Okay, so in this video, I want to talk to you about how to create a Pixar character. But instead of doing it tutorial style, because you already seen this in the previous video, I'm just going to take you through my chat, how I created mine, how I stumbled on a lot of this. Okay, so initially, I wanted to create a Pixar twin. This is the chat that I started with, and I did use the consistent character GPT that was taught in the previous video. Okay, so it started off with just female Nene, and this time I was creating a Pixar twin for me. So what I did is I uploaded, and this is something that you can do as well. I uploaded my twin's image with the actual prompt because I wanted to create, and let's read it. 3D rendered stylized black woman character based on the attached real photo. Pixar inspired, semi realistic cartoon style, confident and radiant expression, curvy body type, natural afro curls, emerald green matching lounge set, warm lighting, modern apartment background, standing confidently with one hand on hip, and so on and so forth. Okay. And so this is the Pixar twin that I got. It wasn't bad. I didn't expect it to look like this, but I think it's because I am so used to using my AI twin that really does look exactly like me. I had to be like, okay, Neon, look, this is a cartoon. This is not supposed to look exactly like you. It's supposed to be a representation, you know? And so this is the one that I got. And I actually decided to stay with it, I believe, right? So I went ahead and I said, create an image of Nene sitting outside of a cafe, green joggers, and it did it again. I noticed that it had words on the screen and I didn't like that. So I went and I said, create an image of Nene in a luxury car holding a Starbucks cup. Please do not write the name on the image, no letters on the image. And then I got this with no letters on the image. Pretty good images, okay? Pretty good images. Then I went ahead and I gave it one of my prompts that I use in Thal. Okay, so you'll notice that the prompts that you're using in ChatGPT is not as descriptive as what I use in Thal. That's just because you really don't have to. With ChatGPT, once the character is created, you're really just changing. Let me show you. You're only really changing expression, action, poses, and outfits, right? But it's really keeping the same thing, you know? So I said, well, let me try one of my prompts. Let's see what I get. And when I tried my prompt, I got this. And do you notice how it's not as cartoon styled? It's more realistic. So that's how I stumbled upon my realistic twin. And I coined it, okay? I named it because I didn't know what to say. I was creating a Pixar character and I ended up with a realistic Pixar style character. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to tell everyone this is a 3D realistic and this is my 3D Pixar. Because I like them both, right? And so this is what I got. And then I just kept going. I was like, I'm gonna keep going. So I created an image with an oversized sweater and leggings. Same thing, very simple. You see what I'm doing? Same face, but I noticed now it got me looking realistic. It no longer has me looking cartoony. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I really like that. I kind of got thrown into that one because in what I really wanted was the Pixar. And I'll tell you my reasoning behind it. Number one, I wanted to show people that there's other things that you could do besides a realistic AI twin. I also wanted to show people that you could create a twin based on your own image, but it doesn't need to look exactly like you. Because remember, I'm teaching people how to earn passive income online, whether or not they're showing their face. And a lot of people right now are going faceless. And so if you're going faceless, you may not want your twin to look like you, but you still want a twin, you know? And so I thought that this was a great idea. And then when I saw it, it was so funny. I went and I put it out. And after putting it out, I'm like, oh my goodness, Neala, you just put out 3 different looks. What are you going to do? So that's what made me come up with the strategy where I'm using my realistic twin for talking heads and I'm using my cartoon twin for funny entertaining things. So yeah, anyway, that might change, but that's where we're at today. So let's keep going. So then I said, create an image of Mimi walking on the treadmill, black workout, emerald green sneakers. And I got this. I noticed that a part of the other side of the handle of the treadmill was gone. I didn't use it. I just was testing, I thought this was great. Same thing, got a dress. Same thing, got a different size, but I'm dressed down, and it's really keeping the same look. Oh, let's look at this. This is another thing. So do you see how it went from realistic, cartoon? How did that happen? Well, do you see what I mean when I say the difference between the prompts versus simple create an image? Okay, well, let me tell you about this. In the consistent character GPT, what it's remembering is the name. Okay? So anytime you give it the name, it's remembering that first image that it created for you, right? So this is my consistent 3D character that was created for me, right? When I go and I give it, let's go back up. When I go and I give it all of these different characteristics or descriptions for my post, this is how I'm starting to make my picture clearer, more, luxury, more. And that's what starts to change. This is just my common sense. This is what I wasn't taught this. This is just what I'm thinking is happening. Because when I come down here and I say, create an image of Nene walking on a treadmill, and I don't have anything else, it's giving me my cartoon. I didn't say 3D Pixar. I didn't say realistic. I didn't say anything. I just said Nene and what she's doing, And so that's what I get from that, Let's see what else. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 1 because I think this is when I started getting a little bit of different folk. Yes. Okay. So now I got this and I was like, okay, cool. Let's use another one of my foul prompts. I used one of my foul prompts that I've used before in foul. And this is what I got. So as you can see, she's very similar to her, right? This one is a little bit more Pixar-y, but she's similar. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I fell in love with this image, in love. So I kept going. I just fell in love. You see, I kept going. Then I created this. Oh, I kept going. Let's keep going. And hopefully you're getting some prompts as I'm trying to go a little bit slower so you could screenshot some of these prompts. But yeah, I wanted to create something with me a little frustrated, and this is what I came up with. I didn't like it. I felt like it was off. So I did it again. And then this is what I got. And then I was like, okay, this is better, And you might have seen this in one of my videos where I was like frustrated. And then look at this. You know what I mean? So it's really keeping me, my realistic twin, it really got me going. It really has me going. Oh, I'm working on a music video, so that's why you see those. But yeah, this is it. Let me slow down a little bit so you can screenshot some of these. Then I got the cartoon version. So as you can see, it's going right back and forth, back and forth. And I don't really like that. I'm going to be honest, because it's starting to mix me up. So I don't really like that part. So if I could do it all over again, I would just stick with the cartoon in one chat. And then if I want to create a realistic one, create it in a different chat. But use your twin. Let me go back up to the top. Use your twin here, the same twin image, to train, so that way you're still getting your character based on your AI twin. So that's how I did my Pixar. All right, see you in the next one.